Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrina, and I'm the programmer for the People's Public Library. Today, for Storytime, I'm going to be reading Snow Day for Mouse, written by Judy Cox and illustrated by Jeffrey Elber, published by Holiday House, copyright 2012. Mouse woke up on a chilly morning. He peeked outside. What an icy, lacy, snowflakey day! 3 birds huddled together on the telephone wire. Poor little quivery, shivery birds. But inside, Mouse was warm and dry. No worries for Mouse. Down in the kitchen, Mom turned on the radio. Cat rubbed against her legs. Dad went outside to shovel the walk. "Snow day!" called Mom. "No school!" "Hooray!" yelled the kids. "Let's bake cookies!" They mixed and baked and frosted and decorated. Then the kids bundled up in their snowsuits and raced outside. One fat round gumdrop rolled off the table and bounced higgledy-piggledy into the corner. A treat for Mouse. Mouse crept across the floor. 1 step, 2 steps. Silent Mouse. He didn't see Cat, padding and prowling, greeny-eyed and greedy. Mouse bent to scoop up his prize. Cat crouched. Dad came in stomping snow from his boots. "Not in my clean house," Mom said. She grabbed the broom, snow clumps, Cat, the gumdrop, and Mouse, whirled out the door. Thump! Mouse landed in a snowdrift. When he climbed out, what a sight met his eyes! Heaps of snow like mounds of mashed potatoes, flakes of snow like powdered sugar. The chilly birds fluffed up their feathers and chirped. "Hello, birds! Have you seen my gumdrop?" The birds shook their heads. Mouse looked around. He saw a frozen puddle, an ice rink for Mouse. On tippy toes, he waltzed across, skating figure eights and bowing to the friendly birds. He didn't see Cat, ears flattened and tail twitching, hiding behind the bare rose bushes. But he did see a mouse-sized hill, perfect for sledding. He slid down on a curled leaf toboggan. Faster, and faster, picking up speed until he landed in a heap at the bottom. He didn't see Cat, head down and tail up, ready to pounce. The little birds chirped, "Watch out! Mouse! Run!" Plop! A drop of snow from the telephone wire dropped on Cat's head. Cat twitched his ears and stalked away, flicking the snow from his paws. The birds cheered, "All clear!" Mouse crept out of the downspout. He rolled snowballs. He made 3 fat snowbirds and a snow mouse with a berry for a nose. The birds on the wire bobbed their heads. Now Mouse was cold. His paws were chilly, tummy empty. Time for something sweet or crunchy. Where had that gumdrop gone? "Hot chocolate!" called Mom. In ran the kids, all snow-suited, heavy-booted. Mouse stomped between their feet. Undetected, unsuspected. The kitchen smelled cinnamon spicy. Mouse snacked on crumbs. Soon he was warm and not so icy. But he remembered the shivery, quivery, hungry birds. The next time the door opened, Mouse was ready. Out in the backyard, Mouse sprinkled his crumbs on the snow, sharing, caring. "Hungry birds, come get your treat. A gift for my new friends." The snow turned pink in the sunset light. The birds chirped their thank yous. No gumdrop for Mouse, but something better. A warm and toasty feeling deep inside. Happy Mouse! The end. And that was Snow Day for Mouse. All right, everybody, it is time for a song. We're going to be singing "I'm a Little Snowman." I'm a little snowman. Look at me. These are my buttons. 1, 2, 3. These are my eyes, and this is my nose. I wear a hat and scarf. Brr, it's cold. I'm a little snowman. Look at me. These are my buttons. 1, 2, 3. These are my eyes, and this is my nose. I wear a hat and scarf. Brr, it's cold. I'm a little snowman. Look at me. These are my buttons. 1, 2, 3. These are my eyes, and this is my nose. I wear a hat and scarf. Brr, it's cold. Good job, everybody. There'll be a link to that song in the description below. Now, on to the next story. The next story we're going to be reading is Snowmen at Night, written by Carolyn Brunner and pictures by Mark Brunner, published by Phyllis Fogelman Books, an imprint of Penguin Putnam Books for Young Readers, copyright 2002. One wintry day, I made a snowman, very round and tall. The next day, when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They gather up their snowballs. The pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlight sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs and the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. The end. And that was Snowmen at Night. All right, everybody. Linked in the description below is a link on how to print and uh, do this little snowman craft, or you can pick this craft up in a craft to go kit at your people's library. Also linked in the description below is a hoopla recommendation for The Snowman by Rebecca McCaffrey. All right, everybody, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.